What's up? I'm about to try to drop some quick facts and a little bit of science on what is the soul and what's the difference between the soul and the spirit. Cause I think everybody think those two things always just have to coincide at any point. Like there's always light and darkness inside of people, which is wrong. But I just try to get into whatever it comes to me, whatever comes in. But just to what I want to start off with, the Golden Race. Y'all should go watch I Set and I Saw It. It's in my playlist in spiritual knowledge. They talk about this perfect, and I'm pretty sure everything I missed they'll answer it in their videos and documentaries. But what I want to say is that pretty much the black seed is the soul, and how I know that I get to it later. But spirit pretty much is just the light, and we are the male. Say the male sperm would be the spirit, and the black seed in a black woman would be the soul or the egg that she holds. We give her egg their light, and the reason I say the black seed is everything is because women can't procreate by themselves. They don't need men. That's what the story of Jesus was. And I mean, people want to talk about nature. There's many viruses and worms and different things that can create just by themselves. Even some fish, I believe, can. So, no, not snakes. But yeah, not everything needs a mate to create. And that's really our woman. And to get deeper into this, our spirit gives our soul life, our black seed life. Our soul is kind of like this memory bank of just information and retaining and just, receiving. And the spirit is what we get when we come to this life. Like when we come to this realm, like that's what we use. We use this light for entertainment and just experiences and emotions to feel. And the difference is between the black seed and other seeds is this is why I want to kind of get into the scientific facts is with the white Caucasian males, you can see that they have a high fertility rate in their semen and they haven't been able to produce for a while. And same with the white woman, their eggs haven't been reproducing at the rate, and it's really have been degenerating over the last couple of years, really even more. It's been accelerated. They don't know what is from food or whatever, but it's pretty much you can look this up. And what else that goes with that? It's like what they're trying to do is go more into the technology where they could either insert or implant, or they want to integrate with us because we have the black seed still. And also they want to go to either the clone shit or transferring consciousness. But it's because their shells are no longer really working anymore. But it also goes to show like they're almost like a replica of us, and their substances doesn't stand long. And another reason you go to it, like, bro, we talk about another sun coming or another just planet or period. If the world heat up with all this type of shit, they already talking about their skin burning. So it's already like our melanated brown skin already shows to be a benefit when it comes to this natural earth. So why ignore that when we start looking at people in our reality? Be real with yourself. Why do they get sunburned, or why do they get burnt the fuck up and we just peel and our skin really don't even hurt? It just peels sometimes. And it's no, bro, we're different. We have more melanin in our skin, and it's because of our seed, where it comes from. But back to difference between the soul and the spirit, it's like they have the opportunity, if they can figure out, how to stay on the planet, maybe become more healthy or whatever, to grow a soul. Because like I said, spirit is the spirit is the thing that grabs emotion, is what learns about the soul type shit, and learn how to grow a soul and learn how to get back to the soul. Because just like all of us, our soul is powerful. Our soul does retain a lot of information, but without our using our spirit, we wouldn't have been able to pretty much unlock the keys to it. And that's why the darkness pretty much created light to unlock the keys of the darkness. And same with the woman. The woman created man to help her create more, better, like period. Like she just reach her caves and explore better. I talk about that though. But through time, your spirit develops a soul. And that's what we pretty much did. And our black seed, which is a great source of retaining knowledge, like finding, and we talked about this in the live chat, you can find plenty of things about our information from ancestors in our future in our DNA. So it shows how powerful our black seed is, and it shows our DNA is very strong and can show our lineage. But seeing all of that, it just go to show you that our spirit is not necessarily connected to our soul, because we have a lot of people that soulless and just these vessels that are being, manipulated and not even controlling their own lives. And I would say they're just full of spirit, and they have no real soul to connect to and really know. Because like your soul help you resonate with the truth. Your soul help you resonate with, your ancestors and your past, and your overall, just get out of time, just your overall lineage has resonated with, what your overall lineage has vibrated with over time. Your soul helps you connect to that. But if you don't have a spirit, you kind of just following and trying to create something. And I say that to say that white people haven't been here as long as us. Like, there's scientific proof. I don't get why we have to argue about it. They already said Lucy is the longest being woman, was a melanated being. That's almost 3 million years ago. Just the fact to say, or like Moses, the albino kid, like 7,000 to however many thousand, if you want to give them 500,000 years, they still haven't been here as long as us. Like, we've been here probably longer than, honestly, the pyramids. They said the Sphinx and shit is really older than I want to say 1 million years, because they said the last time water was there was so long ago, and the Sphinx have water residue or whatever on it. Water, not residue, but water erosion on it. And it's like, bro, black people, melanated beings, been here forever. And we've been growing our souls forever. And our spirit has been learning and growing. Like, we've put in the work forever. And yes, we have forgot. But like, that's what this last kind of hoorah is about. But just because we're going through that don't mean that other people, like I said, should be grouped into that shit. They got their own journey and their own shit they got to figure out about themselves and their spirit. Like, white people have only learned how to be one way, and that's colonizers and pretty much oppressors. And yeah, you can see twinkles of white people starting to learn soulful spirituality and trying to grasp knowledge from us. But bro, if we literally stay here with them to help them figure that shit out, we'll go through another hell. That's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, they have so much other shit to go through because they still on their trickery, they still on their scams, they still on their capitalism. And honestly, the melanated beings, we're not about capitalism, because this world is all about freedom. This world grows everything free. So to capitalize on this world is kind of stupid. Like, it honestly goes against our godness. Like, they capitalize on us. Like, bro, we got to pay for shit that's naturally free for us. That's naturally born, given to us freely by this earth, by our God, by our woman, by whatever you want to say. Like, that's like being charged to be birthed. Like, it's crazy. And it really is. You do get charged for this shit. Like, it's crazy. You get charged for shit that's natural, that you have to do, and that's free to do. Like, ain't nobody pay to get your mom pregnant and your dad to impregnate her. Like, ain't nobody pay for that 9 months. Like, that shit. But I mean, just to go back to it, we have to understand, we can't expect everybody to grasp our same amount of knowledge. Like, think about it like this. Say you got 2 or 3 kids, and you choose to only spend your time with your kids. You never develop your mind in the adult world. Like, you never talk to any adults. You never go to work. You never connect with adult people. You just pretty much live with your children or in a childlike being. Not saying that's 100% negative, but it's like you almost go back and you like lower yourself because you're not connecting to people on your same vibration length. Like, kids can teach you a lot, no bullshit, but there's also things that you probably already know internally that you just ignoring. Yeah, they might remind you of some shit, but it's some deeper shit that if you had some people on your real same path, your same vibrational wave, you'll learn from more. And just like how I say, bro, we don't truly vibrate with white people. White people don't vibe with us. And it's because, bro, we haven't really been here long enough to vibe with each other. And if you really want to stay here to try to figure that out and how to get the perfect harmony, bro, you're fucking crazy, because it's going to be a while. And we don't have to do that. They can do that on their own. And the people that stuck here, hey, man, you can be stuck here with them. And hopefully y'all figure it out together. But, bro, I'm not about to keep going and trying to progress these people. Like, we got to understand the black mind, and a lot of the black people right now is in a childlike or a teenage mind state. And, bro, and we're fucking smart, and we got to, we already told we got to go two times, 3 times harder than white people. So if we already in a teenage mind state because we don't really know our true selves and all this shit, and we still going hard in this community and in this society, we still spending trillions of dollars a day not knowing ourselves, bro, like, we will leave them behind with our true technology and shit. And it's because we're so advanced in the inside. Like, shit just makes so much sense to us. It's just like, they do shit complicated. They make these complicated laws and all this other shit. We're like, nah, we're not gonna go that way about life. And it's because we've learned, we understand, we've built through that that shit already. We already went through that bullshit. And now they have to go through it. If they can survive and if they can not kill themselves. If they can be healthy. Because, I mean, yeah, think about it. Bro, they're putting anything in their mouth like a kid. Like, they'll eat pig. They'll eat pork. They'll eat whatever. And I'm not saying all white people. We're talking about the mass majority. And same with black people. Bro, that's the life that we live. But I'm just telling you what it is. Like, these people still have to learn that. They have to learn their way out of that. That's their culture. We've had all different type of cultures, from veganism, from meatism to pescatarianism. Like, we figured all that shit out decades, centuries ago. We been figured out this health movement. Dr. Sebi been killed all the diseases. We've been advanced. These niggas still moving on a medical wave. These niggas still trying to find the best pill ever to heal the human body. But Dr. Sebi already told us the true health is in food. So it just goes to show you how we so much advanced. Or even if they know these things, they choose not to advance because it's like they all about capitalism. They all about playing games. They always all about monopolizing on shit. It ain't about true growth. It's about, well, the growth of the pockets and not the growth of the soul. It's about the growth of the physical realm and not the growth of the just balance. Like, they'd rather have everything, all land, all everything, and keep you working for them before they just be like, hey, everybody, let's just be healthy. Let's just be free. Y'all just do whatever y'all want, man. Y'all grow. Like, before they ever do that, bro, they gonna keep their system running as long as they can. And yeah, white people, not every fucking white person is into that. Not every fucking white person believe in it. But you gotta think, how many white people are going to vote? How many white people are still believing in this system? How many white people are still blindly following this government? A lot is because they don't know that the government is trash. Most black people do not take government serious, and we haven't taken government serious for a long time. But yeah, you still got the few black people that's like, yeah, we gotta go out here and vote. We gotta go out here and do this. And I completely disagree with them motherfuckers, because I feel like, bro, you're relying on a system that's built off the white system. And like, bro, 80% of judges, 80% of the politicians, like, white. Like, what are we talking about? So it's like, that's clearly their system, and you want to go work through their system. I'm not about that. I've always said I'm not about that. Even if that's the way they want to achieve in life, bro, we need to get out of that shit. Like, it ain't for us. And the reason we know it is for the many different reasons that they show in life. Now, if you want to invest in the stock market, now, if you want to have the nicest houses, if you want to live their life, if you want all the Lamborghinis and shit, bro, stay in this world, stay in this materialistic realm. Keep paying taxes, keep doing all these things, keep finding new currencies to make work, and so you can keep your truck and keep getting new gas out of earth. Bro, just keep doing it. But I'm not for that shit. I'm on a whole nother fucking wave, and bro, point blank period, I'm on a whole nother wave. Like, and y'all niggas, I hate to say lower waves, but bro, people gotta acknowledge that some people are higher than others. Like, just to think, like, bro, when we shoot out the sperm, our light shoot out the sperm to get to that darkness of that egg, everybody don't get to make it. Everybody don't get halfway there. Everybody don't even get to see the egg. Like, bro, this shit is real, nigga. Stop thinking everybody is just, we all growing at the same time. Nah, man, it'd be impossible, because if we was all on the same level, how could we ever be like, well, what's the next move? We got to see light and see brighter lights to influence us. And that's how astrology and all this other shit come into play. We need brighter lights to follow or to reflect off of and to grasp. Like, that's the whole thing of it. And that's why light was creating whole other stories. Like, but we have to give props to people that is putting the work in. We got to give props to the people that's been here, and that's dealing. The first statement was to deal with people that got knowledge. The second statement is to deal with people that are native and primordial. And bro, it's okay that you came in second and you still trying to fix the problems, bro. We were lost. That's why we're here now. And bro, people are lost. It's okay to say that people are lost. The white community is still lost for the masses. Like, I'm sorry. Same with a lot of black people. I ain't gonna say the masses, because a lot of black people are just oppressed. They're enslaved and depressed. And that's a whole nother outlook on life than people trying to cope, people trying to go out and vote, and people trying to do all these other things. Like, a lot of black people are just broken and they don't know what to go to. And that's a whole nother fucking message, to be honest with you. But a lot of white people, like I said, they bro into the system. And a lot of black people that's into the system. Bro, if that's for you, go right along, bro. Stay in this hell. Keep building this world. Keep building shit outside of nature that you think is good for you, bro. But I'm trying to get back to one through nature and really be about this bitch. But yo, that's my take on what's the spirit versus the soul. I'm out.